Yes, man. I said I never went in. I just tried it one time. Just tried it. I said, shoot, I'm gonna sell it. And
Facts.
Okay.
You gotta. You know, that's one of the products you can test. You know, you can't test all this shit. We live right now, though. We're gonna go ahead and crank this up.
Let's go, man. Shout out to the homie.
I can feel it right here. It's in the heart, man.
Come on, now don't do that.
Don't do it.
I can feel it right here, man.
Every year about this time.
Every year about this time, it's a.
Hey, appreciate you, man.
It's always a dark cloud that hangs over the city. And I'm here to preach about it. Everyone around this time, I get to thinking about the fearlessness that I keep stored in the back of the head, in the back of my mind, that I always seem to find when I'm urinating with my folks and slotting bones and drinking wine. Just come home from Clinton, and all I know is shrine, grind, time. No game being on, it's either white collar crime or hooking up phones. How can I make some sort of difference? How can I get my mathematics on? How can I get in where I feel? How can I get in, get going? Every year about this time, it's always someone like me. They handcuff and shackle and throw away the key. Every year about this time, it's always someone like me. They handcuff and shackle and throw away the key. Every year about this time, over the PDA, spooky dark cloud lingers over the city. Life and death does it coincide with that. Scare men to tell how that brave man had you up just the other day. Cause one I heard a brother say, white folks kill their pants and black folks kill each other. You make the bed you lay in. If this is what you choose, you choose to cross the game, then I have to break the news.
Shout out DJ Juice, man. Real live plug.
I'm used to fast cash and beat fuck construction work. How can I make some sort of difference? How can I get my mathematics? How can I get in where I can? Where I can really get going? Every year about this time, it's always someone like me. They handcuff and shackle and throw away the key. Every year about this time, it's always someone like me. Someone like handcuff and shackle and throw away the key.
Want to give a big shout out to my nephew, Flame in the building. I see you, girl. Yeah. Every year about this time, man.
I think I'm gonna be able to turn some of this dirty money into some good money. Plenty of business, lots is nice. If Sunday start a record company, good intentions, but I never follow through. I got good intentions, but I never follow through.
Gotta follow through with these intentions, man.
Trust me, I'll fuck you. You ain't from the hood, nigga, so you ain't got a clue. If I ever strike a bitch, I ain't gonna follow through, cause I'm pistol packing, weed smoking. Nigga with an attitude, how can I make some sort of difference? How can I get my mathematics on? How can I get in where I feel? How can I get in, get going? Every year about this time, it's always someone like me. They handcuff and shackle and throw away the key.
Hey, Miss Deidre. All right, man. No. Okay.
What it do, what it was, what it do, baby.
What's happening, man? We back again, you dig? This is another episode of the Press Box Podcast. Better known as the Press Box Media Group, or should I say also known as the Press Box Media Group.
Like that.
We're gonna come here, man. I ain't even finna say we got a special guest. No, we don't have a guest.
We got family in here.
Facts.
We got
you know what I'm
family,
saying?
kinfolk.
Got my boy B in the house, or you call him Ukuu. You know,
However you feeling.
you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into a whole bunch of real talk. What's up, bro? How you feeling?
Hey man, this your boy CA. I feel great, man.
That's
It's a
good.
great day in the box, man.
That's what I like to hear,
It's a
man.
great day
That's
in the
what I like
box,
to hear,
man.
man. And before we get on in here, man, we're gonna give a shout out, man, to our sponsor tonight, man. We got a new sponsor tonight, man. Tonight. Oh, let me.
Hey, that's my drum roll. I got you.
Welcome to the Press Box Show podcast. Tonight we are sponsored. Got top now, bro. Goddamn.
Oh,
Yeah, we are sponsored tonight by
Damn.
Max Power 365.
Right on.
365. Let them know what that shit is.
Hey man, if you having some issues going on, you may have some issues going on downstairs, you know what I'm
Ain't
saying?
nothing wrong with that.
Or you might not even have no issue. You might just want to be at your peak performance
They want to show
inside
out.
of the four walls with the lights off or on. I don't know how you get out.
That's your business.
But listen, man, if you want to perform at your maximum
Power.
potential, hey man, get you some of this Max Power 365, man. It's a small capsule filled with a bunch of natural stuff, man. B, tell them what they can get. Tell them about this sponsor for the night.
Max Power 365, man. It's a product that I'm licensed in Texas to sell. Master company comes out of Atlanta, Georgia. My kin folks there run the corporation. And it's just, like you said, I mean, I can't say no more. You know, if you need a little help or you just want to perform at your maximum.
You want
This
to
is
beat
the problem.
something down, man. You want to punch
Go
on something
down.
all night?
It will go down.
Okay.
But it won't go down more than what you can do. It's your maximum.
It's going up and it's not going down.
Right.
It's not going down. Once that mother go up.
No.
Hey, how can they get
Last
this? How can
long
they get
time.
this?
Yep, easily. Just give me a ring, inbox me, or you can text me. 430-558-0058. That's 430-558-0058. And I can learn you how to get some. That's how they say. I can learn you
I
how.
can learn you how.
Again, that is Max Power 365, our night sponsor.
If you need some power for your power and you want to go way more than an hour,
Yeah.
you're going to need some
Hey,
power.
man. Oh, yes, hey, man. If you need some pickup to get your dick up. Oh,
Hey, man.
okay. I'm just saying.
We on time today.
Okay.
Yeah, we fucking around, man.
Fact,
Hey,
yeah.
man, thanks to
yeah.
our sponsor tonight, man. Let's get into
For sure.
shit nice business.
Let's
So,
get
man,
into it, man.
This is the press box. What's going on, man?
First of all, man, before we get off into the show, man, I just want to give you a big pound again, man, for, you know what I'm saying, the little issue we put together last week, you know what I'm saying. I hope y'all tuned in. We had OTB Fast things in the house, man.
Yeah.
You know, that was one of our biggest shows. Definitely the biggest artist that we had as far as today.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He came in, we had an excellent interview. Shout out, man, to DJ Juice from the Blaze, you know what I'm saying? He helped assist. He dropped a major assist, man, so we could pull that maneuver off.
Ooh,
Yeah, he knew that. We slam dunked that bitch, man.
Damn.
We slam dunked that bitch with your dog ass. So yeah, man, if y'all haven't checked that out, go to YouTube. Matter of fact, if you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that little bell, drop some comments, man. You know what I'm saying?
Tell a friend, anything, just reply, interact, so we can know what we need to do and how we need to do it, and if we even want to do it.
Yeah, I mean, the ball been rolling,
Yeah.
and we getting momentum on this thing, man. So we hope y'all down now, man.
Hey,
That's when it really
And
counts.
just some more house notes, man. We've been throwing out there, if you follow either one of us on any social sites, we've been throwing out how we need an editor. We are looking and requiring for an editor to be down with the press box that we're going to pay. Nothing free. We're going to pay you.
But if you want a pro bono and just get down with
and
the
show us
team,
what you do.
you know, we with that too. But listen, man, we know your time and energy and effort, man. We gonna compensate you for that. You dig what I'm
Just
saying?
want to, clean it up a little bit. It's all a tool. We try to build a following, a subscribers first, and then we're gonna transition. Because a lot of people were asking me why we not on iTunes, and I said, well, first we gotta let people know what we doing. If we go straight from nothing to iTunes, it's a score that
real
keep-
talk, this is what you're doing. You building a brand.
Yeah, it's a score that
And
keep-
none of the big
Come on.
boys ever did it overnight.
Yeah.
Come
You
on.
took some steps.
Come on.
You
So
know,
I need y'all help. With
That's
these
right.
steps. That's
You
what I'm
help
saying.
for these
So,
steps.
moving right along, though,
That's
man.
good.
Let's get into what we kicking off tonight. What's in the
So much.
Hey, man.
Man, we came in on this old school E40, man, every year about this time, and kind of what brought us to that, how we was talking about how the system,
Right.
you know, got away with getting rid of niggas, man, or putting niggas away, man, and go ahead and throwing away that key or pushing that button, man, and getting niggas on out the system, or really on off this planet completely, man. So I know
Taking
a lot
you out
of
of society.
I know a
man.
lot of people has been sharing, has been reposting about the brother Rodney Reed.
Rodney
Tell me I
Reed.
said that his name right.
Correctly. You did
Rodney
say
Reed,
that.
man, the brother is on death row. Now I'm not gonna sit up and tell you I know all the details of how long you've been locked up, everything, but this is a brother, man, in the state we in right now, who at this point DNA said this man has been completely falsely accused of a murder, and he's been probably in jail for 20 plus years.
Currently on death row.
Currently on death row, and they damn near finna push the button to kill this man. So the petition is going around for this man to be exonerated, because this is an innocent black man about to be killed. This is a modern day Emmett Till that we're looking at, man. So with the people's support, I'm assuming that they might make a change. Back closed curtain discussion we was having, saying they might not, because we in Texas, man, they don't give a damn about a nigga life.
And they push the button when they feel like pushing the button. They leave you on, most of them on death row. You know, you can't say who's guilty and who's not. I'm not here to put them on trial and act like I'm a judge. But what I can say is the facts of how they leave you in there sitting, waiting to die. You know what I mean? If you gonna kill me, my nigga, kill me.
Right.
You don't have to leave me sitting
Look.
for 20 years, basically torture me, then kill me.
Let's say
Anyway though, go ahead though.
But you know, the good part of that, the flip side of that is that you have time to find out the truth. What it sounds like is they found out some facts, and I was saying that it probably won't happen like it should, because every year around this time, it's election season, right? We voting for amendments and things right now, and then what? In January, they're gonna start kicking off the polls, the voting and stuff. Some states will start voting.
Yeah, on little local different.
No, on the presidential
Oh, you talking
election.
about the presidential?
it's gonna be 2020.
They gonna be governors,
governors.
judges,
The House vote was
House, Senate.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
look,
All this is up.
Just going on by what you were saying, 20 years ago, man, we didn't have access to all to push a button, the DNA, the hair. They didn't have access to all that. If they did, they wasn't using it. But now they have access to all this DNA, how they can go back and say, was you on this, was you at the scene? Did your DNA match anything on the crime scene? And from the little research that I have done, they had master DNA specialists saying there's no way possible that this man could have committed this crime. So you got professional DNA people saying the man is innocent. The backstory on this is
Give
from
me the
what I
backdrop about
the backstory is the brother man was dating, I ain't gonna say dating, he was fucking on a white girl. You know what I'm saying? And she had an old man, and I believe her old man was friends with a police officer.
or something to that nature.
And the girl come up dead. So boom, they lock up the brother Rodney, man, ship him off. Now he got an L on death row, and 20 years later, DNA come back and said the brother couldn't have done it. And in between the time that he's been on death row, the white boyfriend had went to prison,
For domestic.
beating up on the broads and all type of shit. And they got
Bad
witnesses that linked him to the scene. He was in the pen with somebody in the Aryan Brotherhood, information that I'm reading, that said he had to kill the nigga loving bitch. These are not my words. This is the research I've done to go back and prove that all the evidence they have now to exonerate this man and do whatever to the real killer. So these are the times we're looking at, you know what I'm saying? You know, like I say, this is just imagine, how many brothers really lost their life by faulty evidence, by not even evidence, by somebody just saying he did it. You got 12 white jurors guilty. The nigga's gone forever. He ain't got no money. He ain't got no lawyer. He dead. Look at the what is it? The Central Park Five.
Yeah.
Prime example.
Well, they giving all the money out to try to make it like it's right.
You can't pay these brothers enough, man. And the crazy part about it is, the president is the one, the main motherfucker advocating to go ahead and lock these brothers up. But it's just that easy, man. And it's sad that in this day and age, it's just easy for a white person to say he did it. Look at him, he's big black. I'm scared of him.
Yeah, it's guilty to proven innocent.
You're right.
Not innocent until proven guilty in a lot of cases. So, and this is not just something we just pointing out, I mean, just yelling out saying this is facts that's being backed up by stuff that's going on that we can also check.
But here's the thing though. My point, and I hate that it sounded negative, but it is negative, but that's where we live. It's like, you know they're gonna come up with something because it would be too much like right to let this brother go and say it was because of a prejudiced ass, bigoted ass white boy who was too coward to fess up to a murder in public, but in private, tell everybody.
Okay, so I got a question for what, just to build off what you saying and piggyback. So what I took, is it just where we at? You think that would happen in the South, or is that
Anywhere in this
worldwide
country.
for a black man?
Mostly in this country.
In this country for a black man.
But a lot of parts of this world, we ain't the majority in the melanated skin, because they do it in France,
UK.
They do it in the UK. They do it to a real big extent in places like Cuba, South America. Mexico.
Hey man.
Them dark Mexicans versus everybody want to have blonde hair.
Okay.
And I know it's a tricky term when people say the term white supremacy. A lot of people say, well, it's nothing supreme about, you know, the white people. It's not, every time we say supremacy, we're giving them power. But I understand that just for the sake of comprehension, the system of white supremacy is not just inside of the borders of the United States. This is a global issue. You know what I'm saying? This is a global issue where the small percent of people who are non-melanated run the whole system. They run the whole asylum, man.
And been running it. And it's not just like it just started. So it's like teachings that have been taught and passed down and passed down.
But they aren't the first to run it. They just were the first to run it real gangster-like.
Okay.
You always got to remember that. That book that you had, I was like, yeah, I'm familiar with this. You know, I'm familiar with that.
Yeah.
And if you read that, a lot of that stuff predates all of that.
European culture existed.
Right. Way predates it. So it's when you say they mastered something that wasn't good.
Yeah. They took the bad part.
They took the bad, the worst out of the best.
Fact. And they used it to rule over everybody else.
And truth be told, I didn't think we was having this conversation tonight, but I absolutely believe that is why God could be mad at some of us. I really feel like God is mad.
Explain it to me what you mean by mad or and some of us.
I can't even explain it because I'm just thinking about, as a black man, all of the hurdles and obstacles that we have to endure, which most people can't even translate into English, right? What we have to deal with.
Yeah, definitely not.
You know, like what we talked about with Rodney, and anybody else, Rodney King. I mean, any of them, right? I mean, countless. Albert Wright down in Jasper.
Yeah.
You know, Who else? James Bird.
And Jasper.
I mean, you could keep going on and on.
And
Amadou Diallo.
Come on, man. At what point, man, are we gonna stop being the victim and realize, man, in order to win a war like this, we gotta shed blood.
Well, yeah, there's gotta be bloodshed, but we done shed enough.
Not us shedding
I'm
blood.
all
Blood
I'm
has
saying
to be shed, is what you're
blood has to
saying.
be shed, but we have shed enough.
We absolutely. Man.
Okay, so the thing of it is though, is that you gotta know that you're strong enough to overcome some of this stuff. You gotta believe, and not enough people believe anymore. You remember that? What was that movie? I like one of the movies. I think it was old dude from not This Old House, but the TV show something about the house, the repairs. You know,
Home improvement.
Home Improvement.
Yeah.
Home Improvement. You know the dude from there, right?
Yeah.
He played Santa Claus.
Yeah, Santa.
Yeah,
Tim Wilson or
Tim
whatever.
Wilson, yeah.
I know who you talking about.
I think he went to prison for flipping birds too. But anyway, he he had a movie where he played Santa, and it was like based on the hope that people had.
Yeah.
And if you didn't have enough hope, you wasn't going to get Santa to be
Right.
who Santa could be.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was him in the movie, but it was a movie about that.
Was Bernie Mac in it too?
I don't remember who was on it, but it was about how you
Nah,
hope
that's
to believe.
that's with old boy that fucked what's her name?
Oh yeah, I know you're talking about.
The bad Santa.
That's bad.
Yeah, that's
My
bad
fault,
Santa,
my
not
fault.
bad
I messed
Santa.
up.
This
You
was,
talking about
this was more like a
Santa,
kid
Santa
movie.
Claus,
Like a kid movie.
when he
Yeah,
get
yeah,
mad
yeah.
and he grows
based on the joy though.
Yeah,
Right.
joy. Yeah.
That's there's one about based on the joy that people have and believing in something like Santa Claus. But really Saint Nick, Santa Claus, you know, the story he's black too. But anyway, Kris Kringle, if enough people believe, really believe, then things gonna happen. And that's all. I mean, that's all, man. People don't believe, but every day, the oppressor, the enemy is showing us they don't like us.
To go on deeper on what some of our topics we were saying on, they show and prove that, I mean, the shit is getting so out of control now where, man, you know, they've been killing the black man, you know, they've been shooting him, recently we've been seeing him shot down, we've been seeing the young brothers from Trayvon on down to Tamir Rice in wherever he was at with the play gun. So they killing our young boys, they killing our baby boys. Now, man, they beating up our women, they beating up our children, they punching our children down. Like, I mean, I really just don't know what to say other than, like I said, man, you have to have something to live for, but you need something to kill for. You know what I'm saying? Not only just die, we've been dying long enough, and I'm not on here saying but some motherfuckers need to die. Facts. I mean, niggas gonna have to kill some motherfuckers, man. That's the only thing they respect. They fuck up the enemy, quote unquote, the enemy. They don't respect nothing but green and blood. So if you can't fuck their money up, you know, you got to. We as a unit, and I say we. I really don't believe in the we because I believe in what you got going, and what we can do together. But as far as a whole bunch of us or black people as one, like, I'm kind of beyond that fairy tale belief that all niggas gonna wake up one day
and join together.
I'm kind of beyond that. So, you know, people have to, you know, take a responsibility to say that as far as my neighborhood, as far as my family, as far as my immediate circle, we gonna do some shit to counteract this motherfucking brutality, you know, because
and actually stand on it though.
I mean,
that's the thing, no?
And I mean, the shit ain't no different than the lynchings that we used to see, that they used to have. How they gather all the white people in the community, and they would have a lynching where they would put a brother on the tree. They got little kids, they got cameras. You know what I'm saying? They make their children watch this, and that and from my understanding is how I see it. My interpretation was that gave them the mental fortitude that we still on these niggas' necks. Look at him hanging on this tree. So we fast forward, I don't even want to say 300, 400, 100 years. We fast forward because we're not that far from that time of Emmett Till. We talking about in between the 1900s, 1900s and the 1940s, where it was still lynchings going on. So we're not that far removed from that time.
It was 1955.
60 years, 70 years. We're going to be 70, we got 65 years next year from that time. So we're looking at now, our generation of media, of TV, what they steady show us the most is on TV, they show somebody black getting gunned down by somebody white. They show us marching, they show us crying. And the most fucked up part about it is they show us forgiving. They show us giving it, let the Lord do it. You know, we're gonna let God fight all our battles while we steady dying in the present. We're gonna get, that shit has got to end, man. So now, the point I'm trying to make is, the generation growing up now, instead of them seeing us benching on trees, and I said this shit before, they just seeing it on CNN. They just seeing it on Instagram. They seeing it on Facebook of another nigga got gunned down. Another black little girl got punched down by the police. I mean, we have to realize what that does to the psyche of the enemy, or I would say of the white people who see that and try to maintain their position, because we don't realize that that's warfare. When we see that shit,
PTSD.
for us, on TV, on the gram, I don't even know why people consistently share that shit, because all it does is reinforce us in a state of being beat down, of helplessness. You know what I'm saying? That does something to our mind.
I definitely believe it.
That tells us, damn, man, like if our kids, like if your kids watch that,
yeah,
they gonna feel like, God, they're the same way the people that was in the people that worked outside of town felt, the children felt, when they know all the white people gathered to see that nigga hang from the tree. The little kids thinking, boy, we better not do nothing, or else they gonna goddamn hang our ass. So now the kids grow up thinking, damn,
I better not do nothing. I better teach my kids. They better not do nothing.
So the same way the black mother had to teach her children, hey, just stay in line, because they take the strongest, the biggest, the baddest, the buffest black man on the farm, on the quote unquote plantation. They take him, beat him down in front of everybody else, all the other blacks, and say, this is what we're gonna do to your strongest man. So now the mother's teaching her children. Shout out to the Nation of Islam. Shout out to Mr. Farrakhan, because this is some shit I heard. This is where I heard this from. They break the biggest down. So now the mother is teaching her children. Don't say nothing to him, because you seen what he did to him. So just play your part. So now the children are growing up in a state of fear.
Yeah, it's a psyche.
But I'll say this: it's a gap coming, because now a lot of the youth, they're not really scared. They're not scared. You know, we don't have that direction to push them to where we're trying to go, or to really lead them and say, how can we use this state of just saying, fuck it, you don't care no more? Well, don't shoot him. Don't beef with him. Don't beef with your brother. We really got a real common enemy that's really holding all of us back. So I think it's a mind state game, man. We got to change our mental. I know there was a little old diatribe I went on, man, but y'all go ahead.
No, because you definitely transitioned into our next topic of, of the police brutalities, and all the way down from our women, children, men, all the way down the board. You know what I mean? So I definitely see your point of view and where you was going. It's not like you went off the deep end, but
cause I go there.
Yeah, and you're supposed to when it's something passionate and you feel you're definitely passionate about it. I get that. I definitely get that. My thing with the whole spin-off of it is the whole using it basically like a cultural attack. You know what I mean? And it's from like when you were saying your spiel, and I was just thinking like PTSD, I was just thinking of thoughts of what people, mentally, when you see another young black man get gunned down, when you see them run up and, whoop the sister or the young girl, and it's like, damn.
I thought-
Another one?
Okay, we back. We live.
Another one, and it's like, man, so in our head, subconsciously, the next person is thinking either I have to go all out when I interact with this is how this goes, or I have to be submissive. I can't be, because it's one or two, it's like, they like, damn. And you subconsciously go there though. You know what I mean? Because you steady sitting, you like, this nigga got killed. Nigga, I'm gonna throw my hands out the window. You know what I mean? Because I don't want this bitch to walk up and shoot me.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, man, a lot of people don't even like having this conversation because having this conversation, you're gonna have to have a certain part in you that you don't care what people think. Like you come, like the 9 times out of 10, the person you work for, you're not gonna have the conversation at work. You may have some quote unquote white friends, and you don't want to really get off into this conversation because you're too worried about how they gonna feel. You might even date interracially, and the person that you sleep with is not gonna be feeling the shit you saying. But people run from it because it causes these type of strife. Like, damn, man, I had the conversation. Oh, I can't have this at work. You know why? I can't have this around your wife. I can't say this shit around your wife. Man, but listen, man, it is what it is, man. And if you really got some white people that you call your friends or associates, then this is a conversation
that you don't mind having with.
And their reaction is going to prove to you who they actually are. You know, we can't get around this because at the end of the day, a lot of white folks, they don't have to deal with no niggas for nothing. They don't have to deal with niggas at the grocery store. They got their own shit in the neighborhood. They got their own banks. They don't have to deal with niggas, but niggas, because of the situation we in, we gotta go to their banks. We gotta get we trying to get loans. We trying to get everything. We gotta go get these jobs from them. So, you know, a lot of times we can't be our true, authentic black self. You know, we gotta hide our nigga, our inner nigga. You know. Go ahead, man. A lot of niggas don't want to hear this shit, but you need to hear it because you didn't grow up hearing this shit. Man, I grew up in a pro-black mentality. You know what I'm saying? I grew up with this shit, so this shit is embedded in me, and it's a must I embedded in my children, so that they can be, you know what I'm saying, ready and prepared. Because little do you know, you send your kids to school, the teachers when they fuck with, the teachers, man, come with all type of little slugs at the kids and say little slick shit, you know what I'm saying, just because your kids are ill prepared to deal with this shit, man. But like I said, I done went a whole nother direction with it. But you got something on this, man.
Man, listen, these days, it's imperative that we learn as much as we can about whatever it is we want to do, and study up on it, and do that. But I think most importantly, we got to start being honest, man. Some of these people you've been thinking or claiming to be your friends, they ain't your friends. And the sad part is that it's taken a presidency of a country like this for everybody, especially I think people of privilege, to just act a donkey. Like, what about the woman just the other day that stopped a brother in Florida putting his trash away? Yeah, this is another one of them.
What happened? Tell us about
Dude in a gated community, an HOA in Florida, went to put his trash away. When he go to leave, or he put his trash away, this woman rolls up on him, claiming to be the former president of the HOA. She didn't know him. He a black man. She's wondering why he's putting his trash in there. It's illegal for them to come in. But he said,
wow.
But I live here. She wanted to see proof, right?
You
She
fucking
put out-
bitch.
Right. It'll make you upset, but the whole point of it is that every day, does it still take us all this to be reminded?
It shouldn't.
I'm not shocked. I'm shocked at the way some people respond to it.
Right.
I was shocked that this woman was standing in front of him from going to his little place. I would have ran her ass over. just that simple. Once you did that, that was kidnapping or impeding me from my freedom.
I was
Real
threatened.
similar.
My life was threatened.
No, that's a crime. You can't detain somebody falsely.
Mm.
That's detaining him falsely. He doesn't have to prove to you who he is. He told you he lived there. Then another white woman come out with her camera. He thinks she gonna help him. She on the other woman's side.
Facts.
Oh, white women.
Facts, man.
But see, the thing of it is I done got to the point where I realize it ain't them. It's not the people, man. That's some kind of mentality.
Right.
That's some kind of spirit or demon or whatever you want to call it.
That's been
Regular
handed down
people don't
from
do
generation
that.
to generation. They've been raised like that.
It can be, but I just think that, in the same way I think that when I said that I don't think God really likes us, I think he doesn't like us because we gave up some secrets that we were never supposed to give up. And those secrets was known to, once we allowed that fruit in our body, right, it was going to poison us too, with our own medicine that we gave away. We gave away our secrets, our medicine, everything. And you thought that you was going to get it back in return, and you didn't. And yet you got it back in return in a whole negative way. And I really truly believe, and I know everybody doesn't believe it. And I know people be like, that's not true, I think that's a house. But I'm starting to believe, man, with all this stuff you done already seen. And all the stuff that I know about who we really are, and for us to be suffering this long, I mean, I hate when people try to bring up the Holocaust with me. Because I'm thinking, yeah, okay, it happened, but it didn't happen as long as it's been happening to us.
No, sir.
Very short period. I get it, it happened.
Yes, it did.
Things happened in Rome with slaves, right? They had slaves, they let them work it out by working in the Colosseum,
Right.
being a gladiator or
Right.
whatnot, but that was the
Right.
slaves, right? But we couldn't work our way out of slavery.
No.
So don't be trying to compare your apples to my oranges.
No.
So nobody knows the struggle. Now, am I generations removed from it? Do I have any people that even lived through it? I don't know. I just don't feel like that defines who I am now. But for people to treat us the way they do, and I have not seen it yet, where it feels like God has completely got our side, I'm just going to have to go with God is all-knowing and all-powerful. So it must be something that we did, real true talk,
Let me, boy,
that got us on the shitty end of the stick.
check me out. I might have the answer to that shit right there as we segue to our next topic. Are we? I'm gonna fuck everybody. Let's go to the most high. Is God gonna really have our back? Is God gonna really take us serious when all this shit going on is going on to us? And the biggest thing we can do is run to Popeyes and get a goddamn chicken sandwich.
Man,
I can meet
crazy.
you at Popeyes and we can go in the parking lot and deal. I'm gonna kill you at Popeyes. Niggas is getting killed at Popeyes behind the sandwich. This is the Popeye chicken sandwich remix. They came out with it before. They did a test run with this chicken sandwich. Let's see how these niggas act over something being on them. Niggas went crazy. I said when that shit happened right there, I said, you see, this Popeye fiasco is showing prove why you can't save all these niggas. You can't do it. Don't even waste your time. Everybody can't go. So now they bring the Popeye sandwich back again. And niggas is getting killed over this.
I witnessed it today, man. I came up 2nd Street, 2nd Street between Popeyes and Walgreens.
I know where you at.
And it was a big F-250 that had come off the grass.
Damn.
Over across the lanes, across over 80.
Come on, man.
To go to my side of town. And I'm like, really? Over you done come out the parking lot over the curb? Because you got your sandwich and you trying to shortcut the light by a couple cars? Then check this out. I was on the other side of town and I went by KFC. It was people in a line so long at KFC it looked like a CVS receipt. That line was long, man. That line was all the way up to the old Jim Bartlett Jewelry, right there where CC Pizza entrance is from the old Fazoli's. This was all the day. 2 chicken joints. So I had a taste for chicken, you know. So you know what I did? I went to the little black-owned joint that sells chicken, Buster's Chicken, right there on the can.
I was gonna say, tell her while we're talking about it, go and plug Buster's Chicken in. Where is it at now?
It's over there on, it's hard to say, it's really McCann and the Spur, right? But it's over there in front of that white folk club. I don't know the name of it.
I know.
As soon as white folks might be
Lex
watching.
Cow.
That Ice
Got
House.
people chicken over there?
That's right in front of there. There's a
No,
little
we
V.
going
You gotta
tomorrow.
go patronize this.
It's a little, with that
Going
intersection.
tomorrow.
You
I
know,
will be there
it
tomorrow.
come into the Spur right there. It's a donut shop right there.
Right
Right there with the donut shop is Buster's Chicken.
I'll be over there tomorrow.
Fried
What time
chicken.
they open, man?
Oh man, I'm sure they open for lunch. They probably open by 10:30, 11.
I will be over there. Give me some fried chicken.
So,
I had some
that's
tonight.
just, so, what I want to say, man, if we can be so distracted
Right.
by
Something like
the
that.
most bullshit by some chicken, as stereotypical as it is about some niggas and some chicken, they can put a chicken sandwich out, man, and draw so much attention to take us away from anything of importance. And hey, man, if
What's
they-
the hype over? I mean, I don't understand it,
I
man.
still don't know.
And yet the black business didn't have no line, and Horse Chicken Express didn't have a line either.
That old bland
I was
ass
like,
shit.
but listen
No
here,
season.
man. They
I
normally
eat it
jump in.
sometimes, but I ain't gonna care.
No, I like the fish.
Sometimes I
I
ain't
don't
gonna
eat
care.
chicken. I like the fish. But listen, either way, they was dry too. KFC and Popeyes. What? When did KFC and Popeyes become
Look.
a fad, man?
If they said, let's crank this genocide up, or let's crank this, whatever the word is, this way to kill a bunch of niggas, man.
It's something like that, genocide
Let's
or
put this chicken out there, man, for 3 months, for 2 months, and at this rate, for 2 weeks, and let's take out as many niggas as we can. A lot of niggas gonna be upside down on their head, man, with white foam coming out their motherfucking head, big swole big as a pumpkin. Because they done said we're gonna do this shit with this goddamn Popeye chicken.
I don't know what they doing. If they trying to do population control, I think
That's
that's
what
what
I'm
get
looking
it.
for.
I don't know if it's a good way to do it. If it's got that much sodium in it, I'm subject to try it. I kind of want to just split one 4 ways with 3 other people. You
That
know,
might eliminate all 4 of us getting took out.
well, not only that, you know, if it's not any good, I don't feel like I wasted anything. And then I'm not getting all of the calories and the sodium they say is off in it. Because 1/4 of it is probably
Enough fucking sodium.
400 milligrams of sodium, something like that.
Come on, man. These
It's like 1600,
Popeyes, man,
1400.
is gonna give niggas all type of high blood pressure, man.
Yeah.
Diabetes, man. Y'all think it's a game, and that shit is not a game, man. They not playing, man. They
Oh.
don't play fair.
They making me tempted. I'm feeling kind of like Pookie right now. That I'm seeing all these people going to get this work, and I ain't in on it, and it's food. And I'm like, I'm not even in on it, but that's my thing.
Look, I felt kind of the same way about the, cause it all came, when the Popeye first came out, that's when Burger King said they were going with the Impossible Burger. So, I had to try it.
I had to too.
So, and I mean, I'm kind of iffy on the Impossible Burger anyway because, like I say, man, they
I
can
would
get
tell y'all
one,
nice,
they can
man.
get a petri jar, petri dish, and get a goddamn 1 drop it off in there, and that motherfucker could blow up into a goddamn burger. I don't know. We don't really know what the fuck this is we eat. But I tried.
No, we don't. I didn't like the Impossible Burger. Did you
From
like
Burger King,
it? Yeah.
the first one I got, I said, alright, I can fuck with it. I went back, last couple of weeks later, I got another one. And I was like, alright.
And you went back a 3rd time?
Fuck me up.
I didn't want to eat no meat at that time. And it was
Yeah,
time.
no, I didn't do that too.
I'm not making no excuses. I
I
went
just
the third
couldn't eat it.
time.
I ate
You did
it
twice.
I ate it once.
You
That
liked
night.
it. You liked it.
That night.
The first one was busted for me.
It was good when I ate it. That night. I had a badass headache. Throwing up.
Nah, it
I'm
wouldn't
talking about-
be that. It was something else maybe.
I
But I don't
G.
know. I didn't like it. I'm gonna tell you what I did like.
Badass.
I did like the Beyond Burger at Carl's Jr.
They got that Longview?
It's in Tyler.
Okay, they stay out by the loop.
Yeah, on 20.
Yeah, that's been gone for a
Oh,
little
it look inside.
Right. Subway and Carl Jr. right there inside the.
I gotta give a plug right now, man. We talking about the Beyond Burger, man. Anybody?
Have you had it?
Hold on. I gotta give Beyond Burger. Shout out Soul Food Vegan. Shout out to my brother Tylee. Today his birthday. Peace to the
Happy
God.
birthday
Soul
to the
Food
God,
Vegan, man.
man.
That Supreme Burger, that Beyond Burger with all that shit on it, man, and Soul Food Vegan, man. That's like the whole menu busting.
Where's that at? Is that in H-Town?
It's in Houston, man. 2901 Emancipation, man. Houston, Texas, man. If you're in the H, you gotta go try that, man. But the whole menu busted. But every time I go, this Beyond Burger, it takes me to where I need to be. And you know, when sometimes we eat it at the crib too, you put the fish on it. But at the same time, we don't know what that shit is, man.
They say it's plant-based. I want to have to believe it.
I hope so.
I just want to have to believe it, man. I don't know where it comes from.
We know this
But,
food
why,
industry.
but they be tripping, you know, some folks really truly trip off that. They only eat natural. Some people only eat raw vegetables and fruits. They don't even cook them. They want to know they getting theirs whole.
I went raw for 1 week in my life. One
One
week,
week you went raw.
I went raw.
Man, that's raw.
And it worked out. I'm telling you, only reason, listen, man. I'm gonna get out. If you right quick on manifestation, on the law of attraction, man. Like if you got something in your head, man, and you really believe, you put the thoughts into it, you can really bring it into your existence. Because right before I went on I started my vegetarian thing, man. I said I was gonna do this shit for 1 week. Shit turned into 3 years. But I said I started eating no meat for a week. Shit went to a month. By the time I was probably 6 months in, I met somebody, a woman. She was a vegetarian.
That helps.
And she was a master in the kitchen. So that shit right there took me to a 3-year relationship where so my vegetarianism came. It was secondhand because, like I say, we had in-house cooking. She cooked, I cooked. But anyway, I said all that to say, you make the first steps on whatever it is you're trying to do. Right. I made the first steps of that. And next thing I know, I went 3 years because I didn't have to eat out. Man, get that door if you don't mind, man. No, we just let him in. He gonna just.
Okay.
Yeah, we good, man. We got somebody coming in. Hey, come on in, man. The door finna get open. You outside?
No.
All right, man. The door gonna be open. Just come in when you get out here. Pardon game, man. We back though, man. One of the brothers coming in, man. Sit in, man, on the game we chopping. But yeah, I said all that to say that with anything you doing, man, you messing with you want to get tapped into with the big God. You got to take them first steps, man. You got to step out there on faith and not worry about how the next shit gonna happen. Because if you really take those steps, it's gonna happen. This is how we got into this press box area right here. We didn't have this space. We was in somebody else's space. Hey, man, let's get our own spot. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk this shit with each other. What's up, B? Come on in, man.
Man, I'm with you, man. I'm just listening. The main thing, man, is we gotta figure it out ourselves, man. No matter which angle we talking about, out of all the things we talked about, it's like, okay, when are you gonna start taking control of some of the things in your life? Maybe that is giving up some control. I don't mean by you need to know every step. I said something to myself earlier today, it might have been yesterday. I said, you know, I don't really know much, you know, but I know exactly what I want to accomplish. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how how I'm gonna get to that point. I know what ain't gonna get it to that point.
Definitely
And
right.
that's, you know, busting my back at a job, but I'm gonna do that because I'm waiting on that opportunity. I don't know where that lick gonna come from. Heck, Walter White worked in a school.
So, hey, man.
I'm just saying, you don't know where the lick gonna come from, or whatever it's gonna be, right?
Go
So-
into your gifts then.
So
Like,
that's
how
what I'm
we get-
saying.
come on, man. Tell us about utilizing those gifts or recognizing those gifts and putting them into motion, man, to get what you're trying to get. That's what I
Okay.
hear now.
Yeah, so the good thing is that I think a lot more of us already have like a royal priesthood, either birthed into us or adopted into us. I just happen to believe mine was birthed.
Facts.
Okay, I just happen to believe that. So I can't speak for anybody else, but if I tune in to who I come from, where I come from, I don't think there's any doubt in my mind that what I desire is gonna come to be.
Come on, talk this shit.
If I for 1 second forget what I'm really trying to accomplish, I start getting sidetracked
Yeah.
with other nonsense
Yeah.
and focused on it. It ain't none of my business. Really, yeah, it might be related, maybe directly, maybe slightly directly, but mostly indirectly, and I won't really feel that. I'm not gonna get sidetracked by that. I don't know how to get there or what I'm doing to get there, but I know I'm gonna get there,
Okay. Let me say
and I know what there is.
Is it safe for me to say that you're saying that you say, I know I'm gonna get there? That's your faith right there. I
Right?
know I'm gonna get there. That's the faith part.
Right.
That's the first aspect, is the self-knowing and believing. I don't know how it's gonna happen. I know where I wanna go, and is it safe to say that as long as you are focused, or at least have your blinders on where you're trying to go, you are moving in that direction, and the part that might slow it up, pause it, put you off track, is when you get off track to your own thinking.
Feelings. Don't get off in those feelings.
Feelings play a major part in this shit we talking about, in the
Don't do
negative and the positive. And I'll say this: I'm big on manifestation. I'm big on that. Like when I'm seeing somewhere I'm trying to go, I'm seeing something I'm trying to get to. In my head, I'm visualizing this, and I'm feeling how it feels. I'm actually seeing myself, feeling how it feels
Right.
to walk through the airport with these designer bags. I'm feeling how it feels to buy my child, or to put my child in this position. How this gonna
Right.
make me feel? I'm talking about literally how I'm gonna feel. So so I say feelings definitely play a lot. And if you get into those feelings in a negative manner, then you will be completely off your square, because now you're not focused on the vision, on where you're going.
All feelings are irrelevant. And you know what talk, I mean, you know, if you don't believe that that's so because of, you know, religious writings or spiritual writings, books, if you don't believe it from that point, you should at least believe it because Neo, you know, before he went to the oracle, Neo knew. So if Neo knew, it's already went down. What's that movie? The Matrix. The Matrix. Yeah, they didn't deal with feelings, remember? Where they was
No.
at, there wasn't no feelings.
No.
When you in the Matrix.
Hey man, sign off, get out here, sign off with the people before you get out of here, man.
Hey man,
You
man,
gone?
y'all, yeah man, I gotta run and tuck my baby in real quick, man.
You gotta go
Yeah.
birth the baby.
Hey, gotta go burp real
We
quick.
got about
Can't do
we got
this.
about 10-15 minutes
It's all
left,
good.
because I see my camera is on 10% now.
Well, we don't.
Hey,
But
man.
look though, we in the middle of
Look,
this
y'all,
shit.
man. Tune
Yeah,
in, man. We'll be back next time, man. We
I'll
got
see you in about 15-20 minutes.
15-20 minutes. You see me.
That's CA signing out, y'all, man. Yeah. But look, we off into the meat of this shit right now, man. The meat and potatoes, or the tofu and shit right now. But feelings. This is one of the shit I tell. This is one of my mottos, and it is 3 words.
What's that?
Fuck your feelings.
Yeah.
Fuck your feelings because I can look at it a lot of ways. I can look at it the first way is personally. What you feel about me ain't my business.
Right.
That's not my business what you feel about me. I
Right.
can't control that, how you gonna feel, because I may jump through a whole bunch of loops and make you feel good. I sprain my ankle and tear all type of ligaments, but you feel good, but I'm over here fucked up in that sense.
And then it would be even worse if I wouldn't even do the same for you. So that really gets feelings. It's just, man, feelings is last on the list.
Very much so.
Facts
man.
is the foremost, and then faith is somewhere in the middle. But I think the thing about I'm gonna say about that faith you were talking about me knowing it's gonna happen. That 57 million is the precipice. You know?
Hey, I
but
never forget
knowing-
I never forget the first night you brought that up. The man asked me if you needed a dollar amount to do what you needed to do, what would it be? I said what I said. This man said 57 million. Do you know this man done calculated that shit how many times to get to that shit?
Yeah, I know exactly what it's gonna take
I
for
mean-
me to do what I'm supposed to do on this universe.
That is
Or
the
in it.
art of that's the art of this manifestation of
Asking for exactly what you need and what you want.
that's it. That's saying you may say you want a Range Rover.
Nah.
If you say you want a Range Rover, if I say I want a Range Rover, you know what? I need to know the color of the Range Rover. I need to know the year model. I need to be able to look at the interior and see what the interior look like. I need to be saying, you need to have this many miles. That's how much detail and how much imagination you have to use.
But Bar, even that's too much detail on something that doesn't matter. What matters is that you can afford a Range Rover, and then you can tell somebody, look,
To put
this is what it's gonna be.
I agree 1,000%.
You know, you can't be staying on the plane and looking up, or even looking, you gotta start looking from 30,000 feet up. You know, when you say airport, you walk through the airport, and I'm thinking like, probably not, I don't wanna travel in the airport, not because I can't get along with people, it's because
Private jet.
a lot of
You gotta
people,
know about this private jet.
right, it's a lot of people that are sick, and what I've got to do for this planet, and in
can't
this
afford to be in
universe,
that
I
environment.
can't afford to be sick.
This man is talking real royalty right now, man.
I can't afford to be sick, so I'm gonna need to ride and get to where I need to get to quickly in my own time frame, so I'm not late. Because I respect your time. I want to arrive on time, and I can do that if I have my own
That's
team.
big, man. That's huge. And that's sharp is right on
Where it
to the
is,
point,
man.
right on time. I like that.
When I'm thinking about what I'm doing and stuff, how some people say, oh man, I'm gonna get me a Dodge, I'm gonna get me a Lex, I'm gonna get me a Range Rover and all that. And I just, I'm like, I like all those things. But you know what I be thinking about? My driver. Cause I'm not even driving.
Come on, man. God damn. Just when I'm thinking I'm thinking big over and beyond. This man here, man. He just showed me, yeah, you up there in the front of the Maybach. He's saying he behind the curtains of the Maybach.
I don't know where I'm sitting, what it is, but that's the
Just
driver.
saying.
I want the driver to be well taken care of, because I'm not driving. Do you know that driving is like a chore?
It's a job.
It's a job,
man.
I don't want that job. The driver. You know what? It must be, I want to say it must be nice to be able to drive something like this. And I'll say, you know what? If he drives for me for 3 years, I'll buy him one just like it, whatever color he wants. Or she want, whatever it is, whatever. They don't know this yet.
Right.
But that's where my mind thinks. I'm thinking like all these cars, I'm like, ooh, my driver gonna have a blast.
Man.
I'm not driving, man. I ain't driving.
I'm rocking with that, man. I can't say
Why
that.
would you want to drive? Be like Barack Obama or Jay Leno. He hadn't driven in years. He out there driving the Mustang on the White House ground. You ain't driven in a while. Shit, it's a chore. I mean, it's a pleasure after a few years of not driving. Everybody, as a president, you don't drive off that White House. You don't drive.
Wow.
It's 6, 7 cars, 3 F-150, whatever, not F-150, F whatever them planes is, and helicopters and jets and
Did you see
F-16.
Did you see Byron Allen on the Breakfast Club?
Dude, I didn't see it, but I know Byron Allen is a beast. That's
Hey,
a
man.
brother that people been sleeping on for
Hey,
years.
man.
Byron Allen been worth $1 billion.
Hey,
you know
man.
that, right?
Hey man, I watched it, and it was a bunch of positive reinforcements. He gave a lot of secrets too. He told a lot of shit that we probably know, but on a bigger scale, he identified some shit like you just
Well,
said.
he's done it. He applied
Hey
it.
man, the man,
I don't know how
I
much
posted
he
the
worth.
clip, man. The man said, "Let money love you, man." The man said, "Hey man, money is easy.
Yeah, money gonna come to you. Money easy.
Let it love you, man. Don't be scared of the money, man." A
Yeah.
lot of us are so scared because we don't believe that we can be in a position so powerful or so blessed or so
Okay.
fortunate.
I said billion, but 400 million ain't bad.
What?
400 million is living pretty good. That's his net worth.
The man said this too. The man said when he bought the Weather Channel, how much of his money you think he used?
It doesn't matter if he got a portion of that. That's big.
No.
That's
This
billions.
is what I'm telling you. I said to buy the Weather Channel.
Right. I don't know how much.
I'm-
I know it's a lot.
No, how much of his money did he use to buy it?
But you don't probably need any money when you worth 400 million.
No, yeah, you need some bread because the man was he was trying to get that. My point, what I'm trying to say,
You don't need to put up any.
the
I'm
man
surprised he
didn't
did.
put up nothing about
Right.
the Weather Channel because of the
Right.
relationships and his business savvy and his
He's worth
reputation.
400 million though. That means that's telling you anybody who want to do business with me, I know how to accrue some money. So
Okay.
what you might want to do is let me in on this thing. I know what I'm doing. You just give me some bread and let us make some money. Yeah, if I could invest in Byron Allen, I would.
Hey man, the man is a beast. And
I like
man-
it.
And I like his pro-black stance. I like that
He always been a G.
the man was talking about MLK. He was talking about. I mean, the man. I ain't even gonna spoil it. I'm gonna let you go watch it. But the main thing that he said was separating us from the time of the civil rights. And he said Coretta Scott King was getting in this game. The thing that we need right now is economic inclusion. We got to be in this ballpark, man. We got to be at the table when they talking about these millions, and even to the point where, and I'm gonna deviate a little bit, but the man said that the main reason he was able to do a lot of the shit that he did, the man said this 3 or 4 times. He said, "I burnt up my knee pads."
Yeah.
He said, "I'd rather die standing up than live on my knees." And he said, "I eliminated fear from my whole thought process. If they're gonna come after me, they're gonna come after me. If they're gonna kill me, they're gonna kill me. But what I'm not gonna do is live in a state of fear." And I totally agree. If you're trying to get a check, if you at a job somewhere you don't like, you probably at that motherfucker because you scared your bills ain't gonna get paid. You don't know where you gonna go next. You working at a place you don't want to be because you, at the end of the day, you scared. You in a state of fear. You hustling. You can't have no fear. You taking a risk. You got to do what you got to do. So fear, in a lot of ways, even back to what we was talking about with the youth. A lot of reasons why they probably feel like, why they feel like, man, we got to do something about these niggas because the youth, they not scared no more. They don't have this same fear that the great-great-grandparents had. And that's powerful, man. When you ain't scared, when you don't have no fear, false evidence appearing real. It's not real, man. It's all in your head. You know, we spend so much time worrying about shit that'll never manifest, that'll never happen. And the main reason it does happen is because we give it so much energy. we give it so much thought power. We spend so much time with our concentrated thoughts on something that we don't want to happen, and then
Yeah.
we end up making this shit happen because we think about it so much. Look, man, we got 5 minutes left on our battery. We better go on and end this thing, man. But look, man, boy, man, look here. I appreciate y'all tuning in, but man, I appreciate you coming back down here again, chopping the game with us, man. This man talk. Hey, man, this that trap talk. What do we say? Hey, man.
Talking real aspects professional.
Listen to what that man just said. Talking real aspects professionally. I gotta run that on my snap. I gotta do it. Listen, man.
It's important.
It's
important. You know, it's just important, man, that we having conversations. It ain't gonna be the most popular conversation. You know, people don't always get it, and that's okay. We ain't trying to go above and beyond nobody comprehension. It's just that you gotta just start talking honestly, man.
Facts.
And if you start talking real, and then you talking about the aspects, because we know it's several different. And that black and white ain't gonna run. It's a whole bunch of shades that can be, you know. It's some people that do some foul stuff, but I can deal with them because there's a limit. And there's some people that claim to be perfect, and I know that they ain't worth a damn, and I want to deal with them.
Damn.
But the real truth is that you gotta start just talking on the aspects. And then you gotta do it at a point where ain't nobody upset when you leave. I understand, I get where you come from, maybe a different angle than me, but I respect everybody's wishes, you know?
Man, we gotta get to the last bit, like I say. We talking real aspects professionally. Because, you know, there's certain doors that would not open to you if you don't have a certain level of professionalism.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? Trap. Talking real aspects professionally. And, you know, these are the type of tables, conversations I want to have because I want to be able to be improved. I want my goal to be polished. And if I'm not conversing with someone sharper than me or sharp as me, then I'm not gonna be able to be improved. I don't want to be the sharpest in the room. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be have the most money in the room. You know what I'm saying? That's cool if you uplifting people. But when we need upliftment, we got to let iron sharpen iron. So
Yeah.
that's what I can really, you know what I'm saying, appreciate you about you coming through, man. And like I said, you're not a guest no more, you family, man. This is Trap Talk, man. That's what we gonna call it, man. Listen, man,
Yeah.
we're about to get ready to get out of here, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Like I say, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Shout out to Savard, the guard, just coming in, man. Y'all go subscribe on YouTube, the Pressbox Media Group on Facebook. I'm sorry, not on Facebook, on Instagram. And we're gonna sign off, man. We're gonna be back tomorrow, man. We got a special guest coming in, so y'all tune in tomorrow too, man. And we out of here, man. It's the Pressbox Media Group, man. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah. Max Power, what's up, dude?
Max Power 365 was tonight.